This song is called François Restaurant. It's about Francois and a restaurant. But François Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant. That's just the name of the song. And that's why I call the song François Restaurant. Now, it all started in March of 2014. That's 3 years ago in March, when Taylor and I went to visit Francois in a restaurant. But Francois doesn't live in a restaurant. He lives in the TV studio office nearby a restaurant, on the microphone stand with the copy machine and all the gel folders. And living on the microphone pole in the office like that, he never really had much excitement or purpose in his life other than last-minute intro to studio projects, seeing as he was created solely for the purpose of a last-minute intro to studio project idea, and he hadn't done anything exciting in a very long time. So we got up there, and we found Francois all dismal and upset, and we decided it'd be a friendly gesture of us to give Francois more to do and to help him find his purpose in life. So we took Francois, set him behind the student staff desk in the office, took my camera, tripod, and other implements of production, and started recording. Well, we watched back about 3 minutes of him just sitting there and said, "Wow, this is really boring," and we'd never heard of anyone ever acting so boringly. And with the gears turning in our minds, we set off to find a way to make our video more interesting, or at least have some sort of plot. And well, we couldn't come up with anything, until we were messing around on our iPhones, and an app on a page of Taylor's iPhone was called Tinder. We understood the premise of the app, and rather than use it to find more interesting people for Taylor to meet, we decided to use it as a storyline for our web series pilot. And that's what we did. We went back to edit what we had recorded, and have some City Place food that couldn't be beat, left after closing time, and didn't meet up until the next day, when I took a look at our video views on YouTube. It said that there were more than 2 views, and that people other than Taylor and I had actually watched the pilot, and wanted to know if we were going to make any more episodes. And I said, "Yes sir, we should definitely make more of those absurd and nonsensical videos in our own particular style." And after speaking to Taylor about it for 45 minutes via Facebook Messenger, we finally arrived at the conclusion we had nothing better to do with our time, and spontaneously started plans for more episodes. So we got out my camera and a tripod, implements of production again, and recorded another episode in the TV studio office. Now friends, there was only one of 2 things that could have happened after we made the second episode. And the first was that it would be critically panned and we'd just stop making more, which is exactly what we expected to happen. And the other thing was, the second episode would get more than 2 views and we'd have to make a third based on positive feedback, which we hadn't expected. But when we posted the third video, there was a third possibility we hadn't even counted upon, and we found out that Taylor had lost his beanie. And I said, "Taylor, your beanie is integral to your character. We can't make any more episodes if you don't have your beanie." And he said, "Well, why don't we just make a 2-part episode about finding the beanie?" And that's what we did. We made a treatment for the episode where Taylor, quote, "loses his beanie," unquote. I want to tell you about the Tufty Performance and Production Center television studios at Emerson College, where this is all taking place. They have 2 great management staff, 2 studios, 2 control rooms. But when we recorded our episodes, they were centered around the TV studio office, where all the exciting things happened. All because everyone wanted to be a part in our web series. And they have all kinds of equipment and supplies that student staff are responsible for vending. They had all sorts of audio grip and lighting and intercom equipment gear to be used. They had 4-hole bins of gels and filters for softbox, 1000 watt, and ellipsoidal fixtures and clothespins, with a clever name on the back of each one decided thematically by the staff every time they need to replace the clothespins. And that doesn't even get into everything they got after the high definition upgrade. After we recorded the 4th episode, we were ready to upload it to YouTube. I said to Taylor, "I'm going to upload it to YouTube, so be sure to share this link with everyone." And he said, "I can understand you uploading our 4th episode, but what are we going to do to resolve the cliffhanger?" And I said, "I have no idea. We'll come up with it in the moment, just like we did the past 4 episodes." And he said, "What if my beanie never comes back? What do we do then?" And I told Taylor it was all scripted and that no actual beanies would be lost by our web series. So we brainstormed an idea how we were going to resolve the cliffhanger at the end of season 1. Taylor wanted to be sure. It was at the end of taping episode 5 that we took Francois. Remember Francois? There's a song about Francois. We took Francois and gave him a walk-on cameo at the end of the episode. We downloaded all the video clips, had another City Place meal that couldn't be beat, It didn't come back until the following week when we were back in the TV studio office. We came in and sat down. Francois was there with the bins of gels and filters for softbox, 1000 watt and ellipsoidal fixtures and clothespins with a clever name on the back of each one when we sat down. The crew at closing time came in, signed in, and sat down. We were vending their studio supplies, such as the bins of gels and filters for softbox, 1000 watt and ellipsoidal fixtures and clothespins with a clever name on the back of each one, but not Francois. All the crew wanted was the bins of gels and filters for softbox, 1000 watt and ellipsoidal fixtures and clothespins with a clever name on the back of each one, and Francois started to cry. Francois came to the realization that the cameo he had at the end of his season 1 didn't make him any more popular than he had been, because the studio shows only wanted the bins of gels and filters for softbox, 1000 watt and ellipsoidal fixtures and clothespins with a clever name on the back of each one, and not him. And we tried to raise money for the second season of our show, but that failed. Miserably. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I forgot what I'm here to talk to you about. It seems as if I've gone off on a tangent, and since I don't have anything else to talk about, I'm going to recite the chorus that has the title of this song in it, with feeling. You ready for that? Should be fun. You can get anything you want at François Restaurant. You can get anything you want at François Restaurant. Walk right in, he's top the mic stand. Has the best damn crepes in all the land. You can get anything you want at François Restaurant.